Welcome to your Daily 5 for Wednesday, August 16th, 2023. I've been watching reviews from a YouTube channel that is titled The Nth Review, which I don't remember. I do know how I stumbled onto it. I was looking around for Deus Ex videos, and this individual did a very long and excellent review series on, I think, all the Deus Ex, the original, Deus Ex Human Revolution, and Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I do not believe that there is a video for Deus Ex Invisible War, which I would actually watch, but I understand why a lot of people don't do it. It's just not very well regarded in most ways. In any event, I was looking through other videos by this person, and I saw one that said, because then I was watching the System Shock reviews, and one said the System Shock 3 we never got, and it had a picture of the video game Prey from 2017? 18? I don't remember exactly when. A game that apparently I either had purchased, although I don't remember doing it, or that I somehow got as part of a bundle or something because it was in my Steam library. So I watched the video, and watching the video I realized that all of my conceptions of what Prey were utterly wrong. And they were based on a trailer that was, not exactly very clear on what the game was. And then reviews at the time that pointed out, I think, things that were really not the important things to point out. I remember when Prey came out, there were reviews I read that said it was very difficult and that it was, boring, and it really didn't. I just remember that it was a generally negative, not horribly negative, but generally negative. And along with the trailer, which looked like it was a Groundhog Day style game where you kept waking up and doing the same thing and waking up and doing the same thing, which was not gameplay that interested me, I just never really looked at the game again. And then I watched this video, and once I realized watching the video what this game is, I immediately jumped into it, and I have been having a blast with it. Because the thing is that Lando and I have talked many times in many different shows about one of the things that we enjoy about playing video games, or at least some video games, depending on how they're structured, is finding the barriers and the invisible walls in a game and trying to get past them. Doing things the game doesn't want you to do and seeing if they're possible to do them regardless of whether the intent of the developers was that you do them or not do them, did them or not, or could do them or not. And Prey is basically, it's what's termed an immersive sim, and it essentially lays out a sandbox and lets you play it however you want, including just going into every little nook and cranny of the game, using its systems to jump past what might be the natural narrative guide path or whatever you want to call it, where, you level up in a certain way, you find certain areas and places sort of naturally and organically, but the game allows you to jump around those particular guideposts and do whatever you want. And it's absolutely one of the most fun experiences I've had in a while in terms of I get to poke at the edges of the game and try to find where they are. And honestly, within reason, the game doesn't seem to have that many. The game really does just allow you to engage with it however you want. And that's my favorite type of game. I love games where I can see, how many games have we played? I say we, meaning myself and you, anybody who plays video games, where you see something where you should be able to get to it, a wall that for some reason you can't jump over or walk over, even though it can't possibly be more than 6 inches high, water that you can't swim in, a part of the map that you can clearly see and should be able to access only to hit an invisible wall, or some kind of arbitrary thing that comes up and says, you're leaving the mission area, turn around, or it resets you, kind of what we saw many times when we were playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, where the map was clearly there, but the game would just stop you from going to it. Well, in Prey's case, I haven't found that boundary yet. I really haven't. I'm sure they are. I'm not going to say it's a completely unlimited game. That's nonsensical. No game is ever going to truly be an unlimited game. You would need a room full of computers to support a map and a game structure that large. But within reason, again, it seems to be one of the games with the least amount of limits that I have yet found. Now, I'm sure if I really work at it, and others have, there are those walls. But within what most players would expect to do, this game has not stopped me from doing anything. It's basically said, okay, here's the tools, and if you find out a way to use those tools in a way that we didn't anticipate, well, the game's going to allow you to do it. You may not progress the story, but you may be able to climb up and find something hidden somewhere that, most people never see or whatever. And honestly, like I said, the biggest thing here is that it really makes me appreciate the fact that this game is so well designed, and kind of sad that I didn't play it earlier. But again, I'm still making my way through it. But Prey from 2018, I think, if you're like me and skip this game, you might want to take a second look. Later.